Hello survivors, and welcome to another Silly Saturday. In today's video we are going to be doing something really silly. It is going to be using the Radiance, Electrified, Ammunition, all those different buff effects to deal the most amount of damage possible to the enemies. So the way that this works is we need to use the skills that apply this. Of course the skills will do damage, but we're going to see at the end just how much they do. Hopefully one of the buffs does the most amount of damage. So to get this rolling, we're running Weapon Expert, Skill Mastery Electric, Unexpected Arsenal, Extended Magazine, Multicast Mastery, Divine Legacy, and Focus Fire. Now in case you didn't know, for those Electrified, Radiance, and all of them, if you didn't know how much damage they did, it will be up on the screen now, so you can take a look at that, and you will be able to pause it, snip it, whatever it is, and keep it for yourself. Otherwise it is available on the Google document, which I'll link down in the description, so that you have everything about the game there as well. So the skills we're going to be looking for, firstly we're playing on the Arcane Weaver's Arcane Staff. I've got mine to plus 20, a beautiful amount of XP modifier over there, but you don't need it to be that level. The point is to get the skills Arcane Missile and Arcane Explosion in the beginning. We use Unexpected Arsenal so that we can get the Frost Beam as well. And then we're going to be running Frost Bolt, along with a Holy Beam for the Purity as well, and then Electrified for the Electrified. So let's go, Energizer for the Electrified. The skill's name is called Energizer, so we'll see how it goes. Everything that we're going to be doing is going to be running that. We're going to have double Radiance, we're going to have double RC Veins as well, which will be really good. We'll have one Purify, or Purity, sorry, and then we'll have the Electrified as well, hopefully. So hopefully we get it quite soon. It would be nice if we get it from the beginning, otherwise Radiance is going to be overshadowing everything, and that's not really cool, but it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with that. Right, so it's kind of like a purple Kamehameha. Holy Beam is a yellow Kamehameha. I do have ideas where we're going to get maybe 6 Holy Beams and make them insanely a huge area of effect, just to see how big we could make it as a kind of build, or how big the Holy Beam can actually get with area of effect. So that's going to be a very interesting one, where you could go things. What we're trying to do is get skills that have really low cooldowns. Yes, Arcane Explosion isn't, but it does help us with the damage that we might be lacking by using other skills. So there we go, there's Energizer giving us the Electrified, beautiful. More cast frequency on everything. We are going to just grab the Bloodlust just for now, so that we do have that slot filled, so that we don't have to re-roll so much, and then we can grab things like increase the frequency at which the mana crystals appear, because that's going to help us get our ascension more often. So there we go, we've got it up and running. Now we want to work on the cast frequency, but you can see already from the skill just how many Electrified stacks we get, and how many of those electric orbs are running all over the place. So it's insane. It's pretty fun, and it gets even more insane when you have your ascension up and you're able to get all that juicy multicast running as well. So a really strong build, but really weak defensively, which is more of the common issues that I have with the builds that I play. So a lot of the time you'll see a lot of the builds I play land up being lacking in defense, where they do a lot of damage otherwise. So over here we're not getting the skill. This is the reason why we take Bloodlust, because we're waiting for the Frost Beam, but there we go, we got it. We can now skip active skills, multicast over those. We can go and upgrade with Sub-Zero and things like that. Over here we're going to grab a little bit of area of effect, movement speed. Again, I'm actually going to lock this expansive because it's going to be really helpful. More experience, why not? And then focus on the area of effect. So over here, I don't really worry too much about the arse, although that is a really nice one. So we're actually going to lock that. We are going to, that's magical, physical, magical. I want the physical multicast. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lock that. We'll take these. So we'll grab that. Oops, I'm not banishing. We're going to grab that and grab that. grab some damage. Again, we want to focus on the cast frequency as much as possible. And then we're going to grab both of these as well. There we go. Fantastic. So you can already see just how Energizer goes crazy, and the Holy Beam is going mad as well. And it's just really, really fantastic for us. Oh boy, we need one more crystal and we get all that juicy multicast as well. And just in case you didn't know, so if you hover over it, we're getting an extra 52% multiplicative multicast chance when we rock the Ascension. So here it is over here. We do have the bosses alive now, so we will use it. Let's just go and upgrade some of these. We want the cast frequency over there, some multicast, cast frequency, and let's go. This is beautiful. Just look at it. Oh, he just melted. Now, to be fair, this isn't like your max danger, max curse, but these are just silly builds to have fun. You know, if you really want to play the game and you don't want to do anything major, you just want to play, you just want to appreciate the game for what it is, and you want to just have a lot of fun playing the game, then this is the kind of things that you do. I mean, this is the kind of things I do all the time. I'm like, what kind of build can I do that's really silly, that's still viable? You know, you're still able to do the max amount of difficulty to get all the kind of stuff in the game. So what I mean by that is it's got its max prestige, max amount of bosses that spawn, and all that kind of stuff. So we're not going to lose out by playing on this build. Although we might not be able to go very far, we are able to still do a single run and just be like, oh, that was actually really, really fun. What other silly shit can I come up with again to you know, like make things work that are otherwise not really something people look at and be like, hey, that was actually really, really awesome. Alright, those bosses are dead again. Remember, we do have the Arcane Explosion, which is going to deal a lot of damage per stacks of Brittle. And then we've got a 0.3 second cooldown on Arcane Missile, which is applying all of those stacks of Brittle. Also, the missiles, the way that they multicast, or back from the day in like the prologue or even the demo, I was told that the way that they work, well, at least for Fiery Missile, so I'm assuming that the Arcane Missile worked the same way, is that the actual projectile, the one projectile, is what can multicast. So it doesn't look like the projectile's multicasting, but that single projectile actually hits or applies the effect and the damage multiple times if it does multicast. So that's what I was told. I don't know if it still works that way or not. It probably does. But being, you know, something that I was told by the developer, by the way, not by anyone random or anything like that. So the developers told me this information, so, you know, it must be right. Ooh, that is so big. Ice to Holy, Ice to Electric. We've already got the one Ice to Holy. That is juicy as heck. Nice damage increase, huge cast frequency upgrades over there, and some damage to the Arcane Weaver, the Arcane Missile. So yeah, so as I was saying, we got told this by the developer because really back in the day there was an insane build. Doom used to be able to overkill, and it used to be able to, after a couple of, the way that the calculation worked, sorry, let me explain this a little bit better. Doom percentage used to go up. So, you know, now if we have like all your hits apply X amount of Doom and there's 25% chance to apply it, back in the day that 25% chance used to be the number that used to increase. So you used to be able to get like 400% increased chance to apply Doom, and it used to just get ridiculous amounts of damage. If we have to compare it to nowadays, I think we actually deal more damage with poison than what that Doom was. But back in the day, before you had runes and when the game was actually a lot harder, those types of builds were completely insane and just did insane amounts of damage for back then. So they used to use Fiery Missile, and then they used to go make your attacks apply Doom or even just burn, and you used to get like over 2-3, like, you know, like 600% burn chance or Doom chance, and you used to just deal insane amounts of damage with Fiery Missile whenever it multicasted as well. And then it used to just be weird because you'd see like a single Fiery Missile hit something and it would just explode. and it was because of cast frequency and multicast as well. You just can't see the skill multicasting. So that was the story. 5 minutes, a 34-second build, and it's just a completely ridiculous build over here. You can see we've got all the stacks, all the buffs above our head, and let's see what did the most amount of damage. There we go, we got Energizer. So Energizer is actually really strong, surprisingly. It's got a 0.4 second cooldown. It does increase, it causes damage based on the number of stacks of Electrified. I really don't understand how that is good, because the most amount of damage it can do is 172 times 20 as its max. And because it's always changing, the Electrified stats, I don't know, it's just really weird. Those kind of ones, also the ones that deal damage based on how much radiance you have and so on and so forth, are just really weird to me. But anyway, there we go. We've got that lightning discharge over there, dealing the second most amount of damage, and then we've got our frozen icicles and the radiant beam over there. So frozen icicles and radiant beam really struggle. Maybe if we went for like a only icy veins build or an only arcane or radiance build, it would do more damage. But when you compare it to like what lightning discharge is, it's insanely high. And you can't even say it's because of the cooldown, because this had a 0.4 second, that was a 0.4 second, and this was sitting on 0.3 second, and we had 2 skills that applied icy veins and 2 that applied the radiant beam, and then also the purity over there, even dealing more damage than the radiant beam. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.